So when we're drop shot nymphing, the first thing we want to do is get our line behind us. And this is what we call flipping. We can flip it like that and get it behind us. That's going to give us that centrifugal force cast. So now I have a straight line all the way back to my fly line. I'm going to lift the rod up high like that, bring it over, point my reel where I want to cast, and put it right in the water. And when I have it in the water like that, I'm just going to drift it through. Always moving the rod tip. Always moving the rod tip with the I just happened to catch one. Hey, Mike here at Northwest School of Fly Fishing. I'm on the South Fork of the Boise River. I'm drop shot nymphing, and I want to talk to you about the cast, the drop shot cast. And it's like any other nymphing technique. You have to get the cast down, and there's a few tricks to the trade to the cast, and I'll try to go over those with you today right here on the river. When we're making a drop shot cast, it's important that we have a centrifugal force cast. And what that is basically is it's when your fly line is laying downriver from you on a straight line. And that allows you to move all your weight and flies into the river. And that's the most important part of a drop shot cast, is getting that line straight. The second thing is the rod position and how we get that rod moving through the drift. When we're done with the drift, we move the rod back up. So in this particular case where I'm just here at the river, I have to get my line downriver, and we call it flipping, is when we flip it back and forth like this until we get the right amount of line that we want out. At this point, we have the fly line now is directly behind me, and I can lift the rod up like this, high, straight, and point it in the direction I want to cast. I can cast it out there, just like that, and then I can slowly move with my rod tip the fly line all the way through my drift. Now, what we run across a lot in drop shot nymphing, or any kind of nymphing, is we get a lot of fly line on the water and you can't make that centrifugal force cast. So what we have to do is we have to strip that in a little bit like that, and that allows us to do what we call flipping. Flipping allows me to get my line downriver like that, so I can make that centrifugal cast. I can raise my rod up, point to where I want to go, put it out in the river. Now I got to move my rod tip slightly faster or at the same movement of the current, keeping the rod tip ahead of my flies. What a lot of guys do is they'll make this cast like this, and then they'll just leave the rod tip. And you can't get it. You have to bring that rod tip over, and you have to constantly move it with your flies. That's how it's done with most modern forms of nymphing, and certainly drop shot nymphing is no exception. So we raise the rod up like I am right here, take a step forward, bring it over, put it in the river, swing it over, and bring that rod tip is moving with the flies, same speed as the flies. You can see I'm actually moving my hand out. When I'm through with my drift, I just raise my rod up, come back over, make the cast again, and there's that drift right there with my rod tip moving. So why we want to keep the rod tip moving is we want to keep a tight line between the fly and your rod tip, so that when you feel that fish hit, it's immediately to your rod tip. If I just throw it out in the water like that and just let it drift through, I don't have contact with the bottom and I can't feel any fish that may be on there. It's not till it catches up towards the end that I can feel it. So I'm going to raise the rod up, bring it back over, point to where I want to cast, put it over there, and let it drift through like that, straight through. I can feel the lead bouncing on the bottom, all the way through. I'll raise the rod up, and flip it out again, do whatever you want. In my case, I got all the stuff right here. I can strip it in like this. I can flip it back, raise the rod up, put it in the river, and move my rod tips slightly faster or just the same speed as my flies, maintaining that tight line. That's all there is to it. I got a lot of more videos like this coming down the pike. They're instructional, they're fun, they're fish catching. I'm taking you to different rivers to fly fish. This is the kind of stuff we like to learn. We like to learn it on the river as much as we can. Go to my channel, visit. I have over almost 80, this will be I think 80 videos. And they're all about fly fishing and making you better. Please subscribe, help me make more videos like this, and if I'm lucky, I'll see you on this river.